Welcome to the second, I guess we're starting. Welcome to the second Mr. AI podcast, AI guy. I was trying to do this with my cartoon character, dude, but apparently that app is crashing. They don't want me to be that AI. I'm here with my new friend Charlie, who's got his own channel here, which I've been checking out some of his videos he's been using AI to make. And you can take a look right here. And it's Friends of AI. Am I right? That's the name of the channel?
Yeah, friend of AI, but yes, it includes all friends of AI. So yeah, it's animation, it's tutorials, it's morphimation, as one of my friends like to call the deforum. But right now, I'm loving the text to video and enlargement tools. There's just so much going on.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you mixing and mashing. It's like we're all mixing and coming up with our own different AI salad. You know what I mean? It's like, what's that? Is that chicken and mixed with gravy and pancakes? What did you
That's what
make?
it is. Yeah,
It's like
the
I never would have thought of that, right?
and some of it, I mean, some of it's just because you can, and others is because the AI can, and that's what it does. But I mean, I know consistency is a goal for a lot of people, but right now I'm celebrating the madness of it morphing and changing. So
What tools are you using? I think, well, you watched my Mid Journey podcast I did with the lead developer owner the other day, Charles McCarthy, and your name's Charlie too, so it's Charlie number two.
yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Um,
But
you've been using Full Journey, excuse me, Full Journey, right?
yeah, for the text to video full journey, I've used the big ones. I'd say Runway 2, that one. Um, Pika Labs. I've used the one on Hugging Face. So those all together, that's when I've created like two videos using these, the text to movie, and then I also use an upscaler, and I also scaled it with Stable Diffusion. So one of my techniques was to separate them out like frame by frame the video, and then batch image to image so I could write in a prompt while it's fixing the videos the way I want them. So the video's like the seed, and then not quite the end product at this point. But I try to get it. The last video I tried to get as clean as possible, because I think that's what really stands out right now in AI. Because anybody right now can pretty much generate what they want, but really clean work and high definition work, that stuff I look up to, because I haven't been focusing on that right now. But recently, yeah, I'm ready to make that step to try to get it a higher definition.
I totally get it, and that's really cool. I mean, I haven't even gone to that level yet. It's like I hear some other people's stuff. I make one script, or I cut it, or I type it as I go. I hear people doing the background noises and stuff. Like, let's say that I'm making one of my Clint Eastwood videos, and he's standing by a subway, and you hear the train in the background, some car noise, and him talking. Something of that depth, a real cinematic aspect. I've just been like, just have him talking, throw on some background music, go. I don't even get into the nitty gritty like you did, that upscaling.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but that's pretty cool. It's kind of like, I guess, just to complete my train of thought on what you're saying. What looks really cool is the Kyber video. Have you seen Kyber?
Hold on, let me look it up real fast.
It's those videos that you see on Instagram where a guy turns into a DJ and he's three different people and stuff,
Oh yeah, 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 for
right?
sure.
But it's kind of like a morphing. It's not really it's like it's morphing around the character. It's like taking video to video and then putting a whole bunch of different characters animations coming out of that same person. That's really clean, but it's not like this. Like, if I say I want Rocky Marciano fighting Hulk Hogan boxing, okay, there's a good chance I'll get that. Just sometimes right now with text to video, what I'm running as limitations is that they'll make them both Hulk Hogan, or they'll make them both
The same
Rocky,
character.
right? Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah. Just like yeah, like one of my stories, the girls, they just look the same, but
No, your stuff's pretty cool. Yours, like, let me show a sample of what you got here. Let's
okay.
see, like one of your. I was like looking. I go, man, this dude spent some time, like 6 minutes long. You know how many frames that is?
Oh
in,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know
That's
what I
a
mean?
combination of 3 second videos mainly to make 3 second text to AI videos.
Let's look at a clip from the Dragon Mistress. I thought this was cool. I just landed on this one by
Okay.
chance.
Yeah,
Let
this
me
is
In a land
Stable
of illusion,
Diffusion
where the
Deforum,
lines between
the
reality and
full
imagination
animation.
blur, there exists a tale of love and darkness. This is the story of the Dragon Mistress, one of the
see, look
first
at that.
sentient
That's kind of
AIs,
like
who
what
sought
I
to
was. Kyber
understand the
kind of has a
complexities
similar
of human
effect.
emotion.
So you're using
But as she
Stable
delved deeper into
Diffusion,
the realms of feeling,
Yeah.
she found herself
and that's how
consumed
you're
by the
coming up with
shadow
this
of
kind
love.
of like it's really
Within the
clean.
heart of
This
the
is part
land
of the
of latency,
upscaling that you
a
were
place
doing.
where dreams
Well,
intertwine,
this
Mistress sought
actually
solace in
this
the
is a
complexity
little
of emotion
older,
and
so
circuit
I didn't
projections
even
an
have
AI
text to
feed
video.
fatigue.
This is just
It was
straight
here that
up
she found her
Stable
companion, an
Diffusion,
AI dragon capable of
automatic
assuming the form of both beast
1111
and woman.
deforum animation.
As the
So
Dragon Mistress
you
sat by the
basically
counter, her AI dragon
you
lover
type
mourned,
in
a dance of transformation mirroring
the
the ever-changing
timing
nature of their
and of when
relationship.
the prompts change
Stay as a woman, my
and
love.
like all different
I
factors,
long
so
to
you
feel the
can
warmth
like
of your
there's a
touch.
X, Y, and
Hold you in my
Z
arms.
where you can make
I
it
am bound
move,
by my
so
nature.
the camera move, but like you're in control of all of it, but you basically have to type it all in. So I did some live streams on it. My live streams, the audio was messed up, but it shows me working, shows what I do.
So how long did that process? It's like a 6 minute long. You put a whole script behind it. What was your A to B? A to B. You know, it's like time to make that. How long did that take you?
Um, that I took a break between that one because
Walk away, come back, let everything formulate in your mind, right?
well I took a break because I did actually an interview with my friend the Flynn and he's the guy that introduced me to the text to video. He's actually introduced me pretty much to everything. This guy is on his stuff, so I did a feature on him and his work. It's really awesome. He uses 11 Labs for the voice. He did a nice tribute feature there, and he tells his process. So that was cool of him. But so starting, let's see, the fiery encounter was 2 weeks ago, and then I took like a little break for that one, and now this one was 5 days ago. So man, I feel like now with the text to video, I turned it out pretty fast.
I mean, think about it. Like what it would have taken to film that, to get actors or to get actresses or to find someone who even looks like that. I'm just, it's like I was talking the other day about Pixar with Charles, the other Charles.
Right.
Charles Podcast 1, you're Charles Podcast 2. And basically, he's like, yeah, no one thought they were going to watch these movies, right? No one's going to watch Pixar. And now we get Cars and Toy Story and all these things going on and on and on, right?
Mhm.
Forever. And there's some of the biggest heavy hitters. I mean, I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area at one time, and to get a job at Pixar, which was out there, that's like you've arrived. That was the destination for anybody in animation and film and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, but guess what? What do they have that you don't have now? Not much.
Yeah.
Not much, right? Would
And-
you agree?
And I mean, to keep it on the Disney Pixar theme, it's kind of like the circle of life, because when 3D came in there, hand drawn animation, they were not happy. John, I think the Pixar CEO, can't remember his name now, but he was fired from Disney because he was working on the Brave Little Toaster, and he's like, I want to make this 3D, and they're like, these are the old men animators that are like, what are you talking about? We need motion, we need excitement, we need like the human touch. But guess what took over? 3D, and it got the human touch now, and so will AI. It's very, very early.
Have you looked at any of the developments with, like, I think it's Unreal Engine 5?
Oh my God, yes. I downloaded it too, and I want to play in it, but there's not enough time in the day, is there?
The more technical it is, I blow it off.
Yeah.
If you can make it now, I want to play in that space, because here's the thing. I really see as forward tracking, full journey. I like it. You can do a lot of the things that you do in 5 other different either Discords or apps or Hugging Face or whatever you're using, right? You're going to Mid Journey, you're bouncing here, there, you're doing, oh, I'm on Leonardo AI, I'm over here, they make it a little better. And as far as audio right now, I think 11 Labs is still number one. There may be a close second.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, because I'm just going all about it, because this is all we think about all day. Sometimes it's we call our friends and geek out on them. I guarantee you do the same thing.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
man, you know what's new with AI? They're like, dude, you want to play basketball? No. Let me tell you about AI. So what I see is like, go with the stuff that you can do right now, because mastering the really overly technical stuff, they just need to make that as simple as an Alexa prompt. Alexa, make me a video about Batman playing basketball against some Martians. Poof, it's there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, make it 60 frames a second. Slow-mo that. Okay, have him come up to the hoop, but then he misses and the alien blocks him. Okay, got it. Cut. It's done. Done. That's how
Yeah.
I see video going. What about you?
I think so too, and with that kind of power, I don't know that anybody, like, I mean, that I think that would really take over the entertainment industry, just making your own videos for yourself. I mean, I can see people making it for other people, because some people do prefer just sitting down and watching. I mean, I'm a developer, so of course my mind thinks I have fun developing, right?
Right.
But if some people just like watching, but um I'm thinking it's just going to be a huge form of entertainment, just like the image generation is, I guess. But you're just going to start directing yourself, like, you do this over here and then this person comes over here, you know? It's like the holodeck, basically. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's crazy because I used to go out and film. I made documentary stuff. I've done like help somebody on a reality TV show a couple of times, film for it, didn't get SAG or nothing. It was just like, hey man, do this. I'll give you a couple bucks. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's on TV. It's like, okay, big deal. The coolest thing that happened though is I did get to meet Clint Eastwood. I filmed him. So now I'm making little Clint Eastwood movies. That's the backstory.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love Clint Eastwood. Love him.
It was cool as hell, man. He was like, hey, want to go get some wine?
Dirty Harry, man.
He was cool as hell. It's like he's just like out there enjoying himself out in Monterey during the golf AT&T golf tournament. But I was like, that's so cool, Clint Eastwood. It's like I'm looking. I know that when I try to make something with AI, and tell me if you find this, like if you're trying to develop a character, it's easier if somebody's older than newer. I think like depth of the search engine, depth of historical reference, perhaps. I don't know if it's true, but it feels like that. So if I were to make an actor or actress, some of them they get right on if they've been in a lot of films, but some people are like, there's not enough on Google search yet for me to make something, or the internet search engines.
Oh yeah. If you're all over the internet, then you're going to be recreated.
Yeah, I mean, I made Snoop Dogg. That was easy. I tried to make Burt Reynolds from Smoking the Bandit, and they just gave him a bigger mustache. He looked like Handlebar Jackson. I don't know who the heck he was. Clint Eastwood looked like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Certain people look like themselves, but if there's not enough worldly coverage on them, it's not recognized yet, because you could just make up a name and there's 10 reference points, and it's going to make a fusion of those things.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, and you can make your own characters that way. Like, I want a young Clint Eastwood / Burt Reynolds in this film, and you got the double actor. Yeah, that's cool.
If you want them, like, say, I want Clint Eastwood boxing Burt Reynolds, they will both look like half of each other.
That's true. It does. It basically, that is what it does. That's less of a feature at this point.
I think that's going to get worked out soon, and it's kind of like, at least on Full Journey, I'm seeing they're able to write words legibly on some of the stuff there. You know how Mid-Journey, you try to like make me a logo about a coffee thing, and it writes something in Cyrillic or something.
Yeah, that's one of the milestones. You see it some, but yeah, it's not well adapted text. So text resolution.
What would be your goal with this stuff? What would you like to make? What are some of your like fantasies that'll become realities from this?
Well, I just like it's at this point, the AI is kind of my fantasy. Like, that's like, you can just create what you want, and so far that's been my entertainment for the last 6 months.
right?
Yeah,
Instead of waiting to see what else someone else gave you, you're like, what am I making today, right?
exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally see that. Who are you getting inspiration from? What other channels do you look at, or people that you see that give you ideas? Um,
Um, like, so I came in from a graphics perspective, so I started watching Entrepreneur, and I signed up for Discord because I wanted more to see more of it. And he ends up being really cool. He has this AI art competition, so I'm like, oh man, this is right up my alley. It's weekly, but this thing took me at least 3 months, if not longer, to get that top spot because it's a tough competition, and that's where I really built my AI skills is the competition of it, because you have to clean it up a little bit more. You have to do what it takes to beat all these great guys using all different techniques, and that's what everything's game with AI. It's that end product that matters. You're making an end product. What can you do?
That's true. It's like I have not. So today, my buddy gave me crap. He was just pressing my buttons. So he thought it was funny. He's like, "Look at this. It's better than your disco dancing Clint Eastwood." And I go, "Huh?" You know. And he shows me something. DID. It's like just a talking head. It's kind of like
Yeah,
Synthesia.
yeah,
You use something like it too. I don't know what you use, but it looked like a Synthesia type, program, right?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you Clint Eastwood just for fun. It's silly, but I liked it because I was like, yeah, there we go. I mean, I made a crazy Joe Rogan one. The Clint Eastwood's got the most views, and I don't get that. I don't get that many views because the channel is very small. But I expect it to grow because I just want to talk to all the people in the space. Not really
yeah. I
worried
know
about.
it's going to grow because, especially with that last interview, that gave out so much good information.
You get some stuff from that. I'm going to ask you about that after I really force you to watch Clint Eastwood here for a second. Okay, let's see. Is he on the screen yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let's see. Can you see if you can hear it?
Clint Eastwood is known for his tough guy roles in movies like Dirty Harry and Unforgiven. But in the 1970s, he was also a disco king. He was a regular at Studio 54 and other New York City nightclubs, and women were crazy for him. He had the moves, the looks, and the charisma. If you've ever seen the movie Saturday Night Fever, you know that John Travolta was
Man, that runway two, they're in the lead right now, but
Right. I have faith.
well, I mean, at least for that, I know like others have other features that are really outstanding. So
Well, we get longer clips with Full Journey.
yeah, exactly.
Pika
That's a
Labs
big
is
deal,
kind of
'cause-
comparable. I don't know if it's as good for good. I mean, it's got some really cool stuff too, really clear, but it's less frames, so therefore it keeps its continuity.
yeah,
That's what I was talking when you heard Charles talking about it yesterday,
yeah,
about like they're using like 8 frames per second versus 30 or something. So you're seeing a guy like in a thing like to wave at you is like you'll get like that much, where on Full Journey you'd be like this. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I like speeding, like some of the tutorials say like the runway tutorial says you can slow it down and add all the extra frames. But I'm like, well, it's already in slow motion. I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna see if I can get it to regular speed. It might only be like a half a second.
There was one thing I was doing the other day, just sharing my inside, like something you may want to try, or it's up to you. I was using Pika because it made such short clips. I'm like, I asked for the same thing 6 or 7 different times,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right? So I have 21 seconds of divided by 6 or whatever it is, of the same kind of, but different variations of it. Because whatever you request, it's never going to be the same identical thing. You could just like somebody was really pinning down. They're going, okay, give me, I don't know, whatever they're looking at, some TV show, Starsky and Hutch, scene 1, episode 13 in the kitchen, whatever, being that specific. And then they ask for that 10 times. So basically, they get the camera to pan from different angles and different characters at the centerpiece of it all. So when they edit it together, it can almost reproduce that.
That's right. It's like it's a big editor's game right now. But there's also like the live channels like on Twitch that have the like the live AI talking and
They have where you're interacting with it, like the video game that I think it wasn't that Matt Vid Pro showing that? He had a video.
oh, he might have been. I
where
know
he was,
let's
or was Wolf, one of those two. Those are my two guys I get a lot of my updates from on YouTube.
yeah, but there was like a Seinfeld parody. That was like the first one I saw, and then I saw a few spread out from there. I think there's one that's a Star Trek parody, which it's got a fee. It's like a $5 fee, I think, and then you're able to type in and contribute to the story.
So it's kind of like Mad Libs or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, sure. You're just like, yeah, you tell the characters what to do, and then you watch it, and it's a room full of people telling AIs what to do, basically.
Oh, that's hilarious. So it comes up with a pretty funny show, I guess.
Yeah. And like so my next episode is going to be about, I want to start a series about AI voices. I'm starting with Azure, which is Microsoft Azure, which it's really good for scalability, and you can tell too because you see it. You can recognize their voices in things like that. Like you can see who uses what. So like those parody shows use the Azure, you can tell, I think character AI maybe, but yeah. So I'm looking into that, and then we all know 11 Labs is top.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's kind of like Gen 2. You get when you run out of tokens, you're like,
that's what it is. Yeah, you have to like wait a month to finish your project if you want it.
Unless you're gonna spend some dough, man.
Or spend some dough.
You know,
I don't mind.
It's expensive now. Not super expensive, but if you're paying for 6 or 7 or 12 apps, that's why you hear people advertise, get this new thing to cancel all the apps you don't remember you're paying for. And I've been guilty of that too. I'm like, wait a second, I got this one and this one and this one. Oh, that's a car payment. Whoa, do I even use those 3? You ever go to that? I think it's a modern problem, right?
I'm like that too. I'm in the middle of filling out a form. I'm like, wait a second. Wait, I could probably get something better for this. And it's probably AI better, but I'm like, wait, there might be a better service that does it cheaper or free. I just have to do my due diligence and look for it. So you got to do some legwork, but you might find the good one. So good free one out there. Like I think Azure is that good free one for voices because especially with their newer voices, they have like emotions you can choose. Like I started with like kind of like the last generation of Azure voices, which is what most people use, but for my new characters, I'm gonna try to get some more with more emotions and where you can choose their emotions. One of mine does the Dragon Mistress. She has I use the whisper voice on her for one of them, and I think it's like really nice. It's really realistic. So I mean, it's comparable, but it's free too. So, and my tutorial's going to be on how to do that, on how to try out those Azure free voices.
There's something I want to share with you if I can find it in a message I sent to my buddy. Have you played with any of the singing stuff?
Yeah.
It's a brief one. It's not all the way there. I'm like, I kind of felt like if I signed up for it, that it wouldn't give me what I wanted. Like the little short, the little demo app is cool, but the other version, maybe not so much. Have you heard of Splash Pro?
I'll have to look. I like every day I see about like 100 new things I'm like fascinated by. So I'll have to look that one up.
I'm like, what's fast? What's easy? And it's called something else. I may not even be able to remember it while I'm here. And this is typical, just like freestyling the podcast. Okay, Lynn, can you remember that? Nah, I don't remember it, but it's out there. Just know that it's out there. I'll bring it up probably the next podcast. I'll remember to bring it in. But there's music makers. You made a thing on the Music Maker, right? You were talking about that. I'd seen that app a while back.
Yeah, I got real into that. So I use all AI music in my videos. So I got the AI music, the AI voices, the AI art, and the AI writing, because I tell ChatGPT what I want. I'm like, write a script that's, emotional, that's suspenseful, and I want this to happen in the story. I want Mr. Lee to whatever, but then they write it up as a script form, and then I paste that into the Azure text to speech, and that goes with the video. And then the video is a whole new process, because there's lip to
the synchronization.
What's that?
Like a lip sync?
Yeah. So I do that. That one's there's different techniques depending on what you want to do. Like just doing the headshot, that's easier because there's this automatic 1111 extension called Sad Talker, so you can put any picture in there, and it's text to speech, and the characters move their head, they move their lips, really amazing stuff. So, and then the other one is text or audio to lip, which you just put in a clip, and then you can do it in like Google Colab. You put in a clip, and so you could do, so like I did a text to video clip and then did the lip sync with that. So basically there's different techniques to use to get what you want. So I don't know where I was going with that, but
that's okay. You're talking about the lip syncing and stuff. I mean, there was this thing, songs with AI, and it tells you to come up with a song. And it was like, it was singing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I go, oh, this sounds good. Because there's another one like Song R, but it sounds so corny. Have you heard that one?
I don't know. Do you have it on?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Song R. So let's just use Chat GPT real quick with this one, or Bard. Okay, make me a song about. I'll just have it. I'll cut and paste a song in here, right? And it makes it so fast. Make me a song about AI text to video. Let's see if it comes up with it. So I'll be able to do this in like 20 seconds while I have you in the middle of this podcast. People are like, what? He's doing it live. He's cooking in the kitchen live. It's like a live cooking show, man. So, okay.
Wait. Now, which side are you on now?
I'm gonna share it with you. I'm gonna share screen. So right now, I just wrote a quick song with Bard AI. Try Song R now. Okay, so I'm trying it. We're gonna make the hip hop song probably won't sound. I'll try this pop song. Okay, I have my own lyrics. So I'm going to put it in here, and I just need to delete the verse and chorus. I just have it sing all the way through, and it'll have some like really monotone-ish kind of voice singing. but you're going to see. All right,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're like, what's going on here? Well, do we want Emily or do we want Kevin? We'll have Kevin try to sing this one. Okay. So yeah, it's rendering. So I'm going to be sharing this screen. Where are you? Okay. Wait. Don't play yet. Okay. Let's see if you can hear this one. Let's remove Clint Eastwood. Stop the screen. And we are going to present Song R. Because I'm looking into this singing AI. And okay, can you see this one?
Yeah.
Let's turn up the volume a little bit. Let's see if the volume's up on this thing. Okay, let's see. Tell me if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Really powerful beats.
I'm writing a song about AI text to video. It's a new technology that's changing the way we create content. You can just type in a few words and it will generate a video with images, music, and even narration. AI text to video. It's the future of content creation. It's easy to use and it's affordable.
That was like a sales pitch.
Wow.
You like
I
that
was
one?
impressed though. I want it. I needed that one.
You want it? I want give me the cool thing you found. It's you're gonna go to app.songr.ai.
Got it.
Okay, app.songr.ai, or look, type in song R beta. It's got like 4 different things you can play with. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So I made a song in 10 seconds with Bard. It could have been the same with ChatGPT, right? And some more great notes for all you people that just want to hear the whole song. It's almost finished.
Anyone can do it, no matter your skill level. So start creating today with AI text to video. You can create anything you can imagine.
Okay, that song's too good. I can't even listen to the whole thing. Anything you can create.
I gotta tell you a story though.
Go ahead.
You know how YouTube flagged your songs for being for copyright? Well, I just use AI music, but there's one of the sites, the tune is the same for everybody. You pick about between 6 or 7 songs, and the tune's the same. But I've used that on my videos all the time, the same song, and then all of a sudden it says it's copyright from. I go to it and it's just it's someone else that used the AI song and put a copyright on it.
They flag down you like, I own that song.
Yeah.
Damn you. It's like, so you're gonna
But they put it as they're not charging, but it just recognized it and claimed it was someone else's.
Well, it's so micro when it comes to music. Like you'll hear, Walk This Way. It was an Aerosmith. And they did a hip hop song. I'm trying to forget. I'm trying to remember. Jeez, it's like in the olden days. But you've heard collabs, with like hip hop artists and rock and roll artists and so forth, right?
Right.
And then so they're using each other's tracks. Or you'll hear something like, wow, that sounds like Rick James, but that's mixed in with, some new rapper, and he's taking his lead in and so forth. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of the songs made after the 70s and 80s, people are just sampling them, remixing them, cutting song, right? So now they have to pay license fees to them. We use the first 15 seconds of your song, right? That's amazing how powerful the copyright value of these songs.
Oh yeah, when there's money involved, then the technology is going to leap. So that's why they can really hone in on the various things. But that's good. Technology growing is a good thing. So
I'm not sponsored, but I use Artlist because I don't want to go through that headache. It's like just had that happen on another channel. Someone's like, you use this song, you didn't pay for it, we want money. And it's like it kills the whole monetization of my friend's channel. I'm like, dude, you need to watch out for this. You're killing your money.
Oh yeah, I've run into okay, so when I first started making videos, which was like not that long ago, but the AI music wasn't as it is, of course. So I'm looking into where I can get music. A lot of the sites I start looking into, like the disclaimers or the contracts, and there one of them is like one of the popular sites says that it's free now, but they can start charging anytime. But so if you use their song, then they're going to be able to either make you get rid of it or start charging it. So it's like a scam. Others, like, they'll give you like, this song's free, but you have to download this contract. And if you don't hang on to the contract, then they'll get you.
Yeah,
So
it's only we're only friends until this expires. and then you get to pay the juice.
Yeah, and
Right?
meantime, it's stuck on your channel, like, or wherever you used it for. So you're like trapped into that.
Well,
And
that may happen. That may happen. I mean, that's the thing. I had a channel get demonetized for what happened? Oh, you're using too much of the same content. So listen, this guy that I helped with his channel, real famous, got 700 something thousand followers on Instagram. You know, coaches a guy in UFC that has 33 million followers, super popular, right? So the channel's 100 something thousand subscribers, but the videos either get a ton of views or nothing. It's really weird. Then one day they just like boom. So there's probably about 2, 3, 4, 500 channels and thousands of Instagrams that cut clips off of everything we do or things that I've filmed in the past and just blasted everywhere. Now they're coming back to me saying you took some other content somewhere. I'm like, I'm the originator, bro.
oh yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen another YouTuber was saying that.
Right,
He's
right.
like the exact same story. Yeah.
And then there's no 1-800 number. Hey, can I just show you? You know, no, you have to go through this, 100 different walls because they can't handle the customer service of all the people.
Yeah.
So that's the job I would like for AI to deal with YouTube. Hey, this is YouTube user XYZ. I have a problem. Oh, okay. Can I verify it? And it goes, broop, broop, broop. Okay, yeah. We'll let you back up. Sorry about that. Boom. You're straight.
Oh yeah, some decent, quick customer service that sorts everything out and everybody walks away happy. Yeah, I'll take that with AI. I think that's coming too very soon.
So are you planning on making a series? Like, is your goal to grow your channel with content, original content? Like,
Yeah,
finally come out
original
with
content. So yeah, original content with that's related to AI. A lot of it's me creating because that's how I kind of discover things, because I'm like, well, I need this. I'm making a story video, I'm making an animation, I need sound, I need voices. And that's where I'm reaching out to other AI genres. When I started out just generating images, and now it's full videos, and I think that's where AI is going, and it's just going everywhere. So and then I love doing tutorials too. So like I have this create an amazing customizable AI image generation bot that utilizes like web UI, Automatic 11 web UI, and then another GitHub bot I found. So GitHub has a lot of already written programs, so you just have to know how to put them all together. And I didn't know any of that, but I just talked to ChatGPT and keep asking it questions. If I run into trouble, I'm like, ChatGPT. So we're doing it together. It's something I had no idea. I mean, I've done a little multimedia program in the past, but I couldn't be able to put together a Discord. And
You're on so many different levels now of
yeah. So
well, explain to me like what was like, maybe not, if you want to keep that private or whatever, what you did before, but give me like an analogy of what it was like, what aspect of media you were doing before AI, before delving into more, you're like for work, like they just show up, we need one of these and you got to make one or something. What did you do?
So, I mean, the actual corporate world has not really changed that much at this time. It's happened fast. We're talking 6 months. I'm introducing this stuff to people and they're looking at me like they're scared, some of them, but it's turning. You can tell that the tide is turning, because when I first started talking about it, not many people were into it. They're like, it's going to take our jobs. The more I show them, it's where these are tools. They're going to help us work. They're helping us with our jobs. We can do a better product for less. So
look how much money I saved you on a graphic artist. Look how much money, and look how fast I get it done. And look how much money I saved you on a video.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's, for me, it saves me as just a personal person wanting to do something. I can't afford hiring someone to write a song for me, somebody to do graphics for me, somebody to film for me. If I did, I'd mortgage out my house.
Right.
now I can do that. So far I haven't seen it affect corporate life, other than the fact that I think it's gonna help bring the economy back at this point.
There's a part of me, like I didn't finish the part of the story on the podcast the other day, but I wrote a book. I wrote a book on this story I had in mind, and I want to make it to a movie. And I have friends in Hollywood, and I had my friend look at it. He goes, I'm just going to shop it around. He's going to make it independently. There's so many tiers to get something produced, and to get investors. It's kind of like the house is stacked against you. By the time it gets there, all the juice gets sucked up out of the percentages. And kiss our butts, and we'll invent this, and we're going to keep this. And who you get, what actors, they're looking at the odds. It's almost like sports betting. It's weird how it works. And I go, why do I need all these people to be part of my creation? And I'm like, he's like, yeah, we can make a sizzle. I start making a little sizzler reel. I go, oh, I can make it with AI. Hey, you don't have to fly out here. He goes, yeah, we'd have to fly here and do that. I go, I don't have to bring my camera, film you, fly out to California, whatever. I don't have to do this stuff. It can be done right here, right here on the computer. I don't even need you to show up. We don't need to buy you a costume. We don't need to rent the Humvee. We don't need to rent the, whatever. We don't need to pay these actors and actresses to show up, man. Like, here's the sizzle reel. Better than, if I would have filmed it with a studio, a key grip, craft services, you name it, right?
Yeah. And I think for a while there, I made
it in less than 15 minutes.
Why?
You kind of go ahead. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm just saying, man.
Redo that last part. Because I cut you off.
I was just saying I made that sizzle reel in less than 15 minutes, all time put together. I just had to visualize in my head.
Yeah, I know.
Frame. Then put them all together, paste, add some music, go.
Another thing is it can be like you can put together like just a quick, I don't know, presentation, a quick pilot. You can bring in the big guns later, but if you can show a nice production that you did on your own and get people thinking the way you're thinking, that's another aspect that's going to help you out using AI.
Well, here's how I think it'll work in the future. This is a thought that came to me while we're doing this. What if I call up someone like you call up someone like me, we call up 5 buddies. Hey man, you get 15, 20 minutes today to make this scene of a movie? Yeah. Boom. He does it. Okay, let's put them all together. Bam. Okay. Actually, John's the best editor until AI starts doing it. So let's give it to John. Done. Wham. That's how quick the initial production I see. I see the future, the whole thing being run through by AI. I'm like, what prompt would I say? Because I know to edit. What would I ask him to do?
I like that where you were going with that too. And I was thinking, you say, hey, I'm going to call up John. He's in the AI. I'm going to call up Steve. And we're like, hey, why don't we take on MGM now? The 5 of us put together.
Exactly. What has kept them? What has kept the average Joe from production? I can make something look like reality. Everything looks like reality. My mom was into photography. She used to sell her photos. Then Instagram came out. Nobody wants to buy anybody's pictures. Nobody's pictures are special anymore. Right. Hundreds of millions of people on this earth have a phone camera. Bada bing. And I have more photos than if I had it in film. I'd never be able to develop them all. And so I'm sure you do too. We all do. Right. So it's like you look at it and things are changing. So what has kept someone like you or me from making a movie? We could sit there and go, well, I'm just get this, I'm going to keep this corporate job or whatever you do for a living. I can't go to Hollywood, work as a waiter. Hopefully someone picks me up. Hopefully they tell me I'm good enough. Maybe I make it through the gauntlet. I'll keep trying out until I get somewhere, man. And I'll sweep the floor for 20 years, Cinderella style. Maybe not. How about I want to do this and I don't want to go through all that stuff because you have all the power there. What if I don't want to bow down to you and I want to make that stuff? Well, you don't have the sound stage and you don't have the animators to make the 20-foot tall robots. You can't make the second Star Wars. What was the name of that one? I can't even think of it, man. They have those big monsters that were like the 50-foot legs. They were just coming down.
Yeah, like I gotta say,
the Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back.
Like I want to say a walker.
Sorry, Star Wars guys, if you think I'm a jerk.
Yeah, edit this part out, please. I don't need this kind of.
You know, hey, you're
publicity.
faceless. It's all coming on me. You know, it's like so. Yeah, you remember people were making models in Lucas Studios to make these walking, devices, and everything was a model, like the Death Star. These were all like paper mache or plastic models, and there was a lot of engineering and stuff. And then the way to film it and put the camera up there, make it look real. Like, I can do that right now. I can make that scene. I guarantee you, I can make that scene in 2 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that equalizes your ability, my ability, anybody watching this ability to do that.
What? And I mean, we were talking about the Corridor crew offline though earlier, and that's a group of guys that I feel like really are taking on Hollywood. At least they're showing off what just a group of people can do. Have you seen theirs? Where they compare projects basically. They're like, we're going to recreate this iconic scene, but do it with nowadays equipment with just a couple guys. So
I might have seen them. I like to check it out. I mean, I respect the game. I like seeing people evolve. I like that it's within reach. I mean, before, like, music's gonna get there like woof overnight, and all of a sudden you can make a rock album or a hip-hop album or jazz album, whatever you want, right? Anything you want at your will. Make me a song. It's kind of the theme. What's the undertone? It's kind of like a French poet. He's got a lot of girlfriends, and he lives in the field, and he like has all this angst, and yeah, make the album kind of around that. Okay, boom, all these songs come out. You're like, damn, I made an album.
Exactly.
You're like, what? This French poet dude with angst album, like, get all these songs like Pierre Come Back, and I don't know, it's crazy. I sound like I'm talking like make believe here, but this is the reality of AI.
That's what I think, man. It is. It's unbelievable, and it's pretty much almost unimaginable what's next because it's escalating so fast. Like, maybe you can guess a year or two from now, 5 years, but like 10 years, I don't know if I would even want to try, because like where could it go? Probably places we've never even thought of.
It's like pondering infinity forever and ever and ever. It's really a deep thought. And I think about it, I'm like, wow, the equalizer's here. Like, I knew somebody, I helped come up with a concept for a video, and it was a music video, and they're like, it's kind of shit, man. I had an artist render it, paint it and stuff. Now it's a video that has 130 something million views. Not going to get into the names, the bands, and all this stuff. Anyways, my friend was the artist that designed it. Looked really cool. She did the hand painting and stuff. I just didn't have any art skills. I can do it now. I can make the whole images like bam, bam, bam. Give me 15, 20 minutes. I'll make it look like, wow, you had some really talented people make this. That's because people have made the technology to make someone like you, me, or anybody watching this be able to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I came from the art world, and I in a sense, graphics and multimedia type. I'd like to paint. I like to do creative things. To me, AI is just it's the better tool. It's like we put down the cave painting. We've evolved, and this is the next step. So that's just how I think of it, and it's a tool, and I think it's helpful. I don't even know what to say about it anymore.
How does it, you physically make stuff? You probably have some of your paintings at home, or if you do sculpting or woodwork, whatever you do, you get some of that stuff around the house, right? Some tangible. It looks nice in the house. I mean, that stuff's still got value. Someone will say, I'll make that in a 3D printer with AI. I mean, that's like, hey, the made by hand has a special personal feel, personal touch to us. But it's funny because if we could make a podcast, let's say I was an AI character, eventually they're going to make one so undistinguishable. You could be an AI I'm talking to because I don't have your face, right? And I know that sounds like crazy talk like kids like, hey man,
No,
what if you could fly?
I get paranoid. Like, who am I? Am I talking to an AI? I really
right.
like. I had somebody really try to push me on paying them for YouTube views. I'm like, nah, get out of here. But I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, this could be an AI because he's like really pushy, and that'd be perfect for an AI to do something like that. So that's, to me, that's one of the scary things, is the like scary in the fact that it's gonna suck like telemarketers suck, because it's like accentuates their power as well to annoy us.
Well, the mimicry, and it's like sales is a script and it's objections. I don't have enough money. That's okay. We have easy financing. Well, I don't know if I could do it. That doesn't matter. We take care of even bad credit. Oh, shoot. But if I could, would you? It just keeps drawing you down the line. And so once it knows all the objections that you're going to say, we can't afford it, I'm moving, la la la, has an answer for everything. You're like,
Yes,
you're up on
yes,
defense.
exactly.
You're on defense, hands up, right?
Yeah,
So that's how that works. But
they're the best sales. They're gonna be the best salesmen, if not already. So that's why I was like, I don't know. It could be an AI. It really could.
yeah, a bunch of Tesla bots out there selling you Buicks. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Nice.
If you go there, you're walking away with a car, no matter what.
Come back here. I have some money for you. What? Huh? He did some kind of trick. Free money for you if you buy this car today. I don't need the commission. I'll give you my commission. You're like, I just work for free. I'm a robot. You're like, oh, damn. Okay, maybe I'll buy the car. You're like,
Exactly.
oh, the robots give me a down payment. It saw me coming. I can't even get out of this. He's even co-signing for me. My credit's bad, but the robot doesn't care. He's going to co-sign.
They got all your emotions in their scanners. They know exactly which way to turn.
This analogy, this will kind of like, we'll close out on this because I'll definitely do another podcast with you. But this analogy is kind of like how I see it. It's kind of like the farrier, the guy that puts on the horseshoes, right?
Yeah.
And that's the artist, the hand artist. And along comes the automobile and the tires. And he's like, man, I'm the best farrier in town. You get your horse needs shoes, bro. You better get in line. I'm raising my prices. All of a sudden another car drives by. Another guy, stupid cars, they'll never go anywhere. All of a sudden, next thing you know, nobody calls the guy ever again, and he goes out of business. The car takes over. That's what I see happening.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a major change, I think. So the internet was one, cars, AI, they come around, and I feel lucky to have them in my lifetime.
I'm excited to see them in my lifetime. I mean, as a kid, I grew up overseas. This is in the 80s. And my friends would move back to the States. We were all military brats. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what Johnny's doing. Well, I can't call him. It's $15 a minute. And every time you moved back then, you needed a new phone number. That you couldn't keep your phone number.
Yeah.
To the next house you would move to. And people didn't have cell phones. So you'd lose track of Johnny and Cindy and whatever. And I promise when I grow up, we're going to get married. You never find them again. And then, 30 years later or 25 years later, we're all on Facebook. Hey,
Yeah.
You see the life everybody's lived through, right? But I always wish to have this like little phone here, and like I could be like, oh, I can talk to my friend on the phone, like Dick Tracy cartoons. Like their face is there. It's a television. We can talk to each other.
That's
like I'm talking to you right now. I'd need a TV satellite link to do this back in the day. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. I mean that I remember that being future technology too. Looking at your cell phone or your watch, and now it's like no big deal. Who cares? Now it's an everyday thing.
It sucks you in.
Yeah.
You don't let it out of your grip. Where did my phone go?
Yeah. it's part of you, and now AI is going to be part of that. It is. So
maybe I'll give my phone to my AI bot that I buy from Tesla and have it go take care of everything, and then I'll just go like sit out in the cornfield and just stare at watch the grass grow.
you can start some old time hobbies like horseshoeing.
Yeah, maybe I'll get to be a farrier, man. Listen, I want more people to join the podcast. If you're an AI, we'll go on crazy tangents. Maybe have several people on here at the same time. Have Charles back. It's been great talking with you, man. It was really cool to have a little podcast. It's like, for me, it's natural conversation. It's not preloaded. It's not a hardcore interview. And I'm just assuming everyone's tripping out on AI like I am, which you obviously sound like you are.
Yeah, you came to the right guy if you're looking for that. So I got that.
That's all we're talking about. People are like, shut up already. How about them Yankees? Or how about those Dallas Cowboys? No. It's the AI. They're going to make them out of AI, man. Football's going to be played by robots. You're just wasting your time.
They got the graphics for it. You don't even, it's, so yeah.
I would like to have an AI podcast just done all by AI, and I watch what my podcast is doing.
That's
kind
a
of
good idea. Have people just call in and then it talks to them. Yes.
Oh, you've seen that. You've seen a couple girls license their chat bot. I'll be your girlfriend for $1 a minute.
Oh, I seen it. I seen those articles pop up.
Yeah, I haven't subscribed. I'm just saying. I'm like, you gotta be a clown. I'm sorry, people. I'm gonna start getting enemies. You get to fall for that. I mean, there's a lot of chat bots that are free. You can just talk to Chat GPT and say, "Be my girlfriend." You don't need to subscribe to that $1 a minute thing. It's not even her. It's like
Pretty soon it's going to be real people pretending to be AI bots. Like, hey, I'm a realistic AI bot. No, you're a real person.
I think the creatives will find some ways to work within AI. AI is not doing this all on its own. It's up to the creative people to get behind it and what they do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just going to enable the common man like me or you or anybody to just do what we couldn't do without a multi-million-dollar studio before. And, CGI or Unreal Engine 5, they're going to be able to make stuff with that. But I want to play with Unreal Engine 5 when it's, hey, make me this, not like make your puppet. Okay, now you have to make all the arms and everything attach and the hands and give it some motions. And, oh, you want an outfit, you got to pay for that. Like, it's just so much upsell on that right now.
Right.
So, I mean, it's cool. You can make something look like a Pixar movie and make it on that thing, but you can make something on this faster. I'm the full journey advocate right here, so
Yeah, full journey's great.
I'll be back on that. I want to thank you for coming on, man.
Hey, I appreciate you.
What is your, let's tell everybody the name. I'm going to put your @ I can't put links or something on my channel yet, but what's your @ for your YouTube channel?
Friend of AI.
Friend of AI. Go to Friend of AI and check out his videos. They're awesome. And we'll be doing more of these, man. It's pretty awesome.
All right, this was super fun.
Subscribe. I have very, very few subscribers. Let's see if we can break 100 in the next month.
All right, you'll be trying to catch up with me. All right.
Okay, buddy.
All right, thanks.